Welcome to the Daily Dish. I'm Shay Pausa. Today in our Help, My Baby Didn't Come with a Manual series, what does your baby's cry mean? Every new mom has experienced it.
Well, I think we attribute a lot of his cries, really the vast majority of his cries, to hunger. I think about 80% of the time he cries, we assume that it's hunger, and we're usually right. I'd say the other 20% or so, it's kind of a mix of gassy or just in the more recently tired. He's just started to have a cry where he rubs his eyes and makes that noise.
And if you're fortunate to have a baby with a calm disposition like Max, then it can be easy. But what if that's not the case? Joining me with the information how to interpret your baby's cry and how to get to no more tears is author and baby expert Blythe Lipman. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for inviting me.
Okay, that baby, he's sweet. There's no crying going on. But that's not the case for every mom.
No, it's not the case. It's not the case for him either all the time.
So,
he cries.
How does a mom, especially a new mom, really start to understand what her baby's cry means?
You know, first they have to be calm. They have no clue. There are no instructions. And I've had many moms call me and say, Blythe, you listen to this baby crying, and they will say the baby is screaming at the top of their lungs, but the baby's going, eh, 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 eh. And that's not really a screaming cry. You know what, Shay, it's time. If they're calm, it's time. You learn to know when they're crying. You know, they cry for a lot of reasons. Usually it's not because they're wet and poopy when they're little. They really don't know that. They could be too hot or too cold. They could have a little gas in their tummy. A lot of parents, you know, nowadays there's articles, stimulate the baby and play. Sometimes they're overstimulated.
And they just want to calm down.
And they just want to be calm. Sometimes they just cry. You know, babies cry. It's the only way they can exercise their lungs, and they just cry. We cry.
We do. More times than we like to carry. Now, what are some ways that we can calm the baby down? If we do have a crying baby, what are kind of the steps that we should go through to calm our baby?
I am a big advocate of swaddling, and as you can see, this little baby,
very cute.
See, calm the baby right down. I like swaddling when a baby is really screaming. If a parent takes the blanket or receiving blanket like this, or even a bigger one, and puts it in the dryer for a few minutes and just heats it up,
that's
and
a good
then swaddle
idea.
the baby. You know, we all like warm and fuzzy when we're upset. If the baby takes the binky, new babies have a problem. They have that tongue thrust reflex, and they can't keep the binky in.
So what do you do?
Put the binky in, and they can take 2 receiving blankets and make a jelly roll. And you know, obviously the baby, as you can see, is a little bigger when it's real, and they can lay the baby down and prop it in. Also, I have these 2 really great things. This is from Binky Buddy USA, and you can put the binky in here. And this actually can go in the baby's shirt, in the baby's swaddle, and it doesn't cover the nose. It's very safe.
Okay.
Also, this was the big rage last year. This was the Wubba Nub. Same idea. It has the binky in it. And what happens with this one is you put the binky in the baby's mouth, and this just kind of lays on top of it.
Oh, very
and it
sweet.
keeps it in. And also with the tongue thrust reflex, it's safe because their tongue can't spit this out.
Okay, very good, very good. What are some other things that we might do?
Rocking. Babies love rocking. You know, this baby's in the swing.
Now, you mentioned, I heard you talking to our mom, Jamie, about tummy time.
Tummy time's the big rage. It's been the big rage for a couple years. Tummy time is putting the baby on their tummy so that they get exercise with their neck. But the problem is, what many parents need to remember is to go with their hearts. I've had parents tell me, and there was just an article, that tummy time should be anywhere between 10 minutes and a half hour. Well, if you're not, you know, this is just a doll, but if the baby's neck is not strong, it's to exercise the neck, they end up like this. This is not fun for a baby, or they end up rubbing their face. So what you want to do is try tummy time and even lay on the floor in front of the baby and try to get them to lift their head a couple minutes if they're happy. Once they cry, pick them up.
Okay.
It's not fun.
And it should be, be. That's good information. Now, you have this book, which is what we named the series after. So where do we find the book?
Help My Baby Came Without Instructions. You can find it at babyinstructions.com, at Amazon. And I don't know if you know, I have a new radio show on Mondays called Baby and Toddler Instructions on www.toganet.com.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
thank
These are
you.
great tips. I'm sure
Thank you.
we'll have lots of happy babies out there because of
I
you.
hope so. Thanks.
Now, for more great ideas to take care of your baby, be sure to check out the She Knows Parenting channel. I'm Shay Pausa. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. Today's Getting Ready for Baby was brought to you by Boppy, the only pillow that goes from yummy time to tummy time. Boppy brings comfort to parents and babies alike. We're counting down to the Vancouver Winter Olympics. Be sure to tune in on NBC starting this Friday. For your local listings and times, visit NBCOlympics.com.
You've been watching She Knows TV. For more She Knows Daily Dish, go to sheknows.com. Be sure to follow She Knows and Shay on Facebook and Twitter.